Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we are doing a kind of a breakdown for WRC. So you got WRC 8, 9, 10, and Generations. Today I am going to tell you which one I think is the best. And we are playing WRC Generations because I do kind of think this one is the best. There are some good runner-ups. But we're gonna jump into this. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get on with this race, and we'll talk about it. So I recently bought this Fanatec DD Pro, and I've been going through and I've been testing all four of these games. I bought them all on PC, so I have all four of these ones on the PC now. And the WRC Generations just has the better force feedback out of all of them, whereas 9 is the second runner-up for me. Like, this one here would probably be my first one, but this one here wins. This one here only wins more on like some technicality stuff, man, because I do feel like the cars are better in 9 and 10, but this one here wins because of the sheer track selection and the overall better force feedback on the DD Pro. This one here just has a little bit more refined feel to the way the force feedback feels. So mainly this one here just wins due to the abundance of tracks and the better force feedback, because this one here just does feel the best, and it does have way more playability just in terms of tracks. But the second runner-up is definitely going to be 9, because 9 I feel has the better track selection out of 10 and 8. 8 is probably the one at the bottom. That's the one they switched. That's when they switched the visuals. That one there does have the Kennard's Rally from Australia, which is really cool, which is a really nice layout. But it also lacks. It also lacks a lot of the refinement that the other three have got on that. 10 is kind of in a 10 is just in a world of its own. It lost like a lot of my favorite rallies, and it just kind of, I don't know, man. To me, 10 felt like more of a placeholder for Generations, and just a hey man, we got to put something out. I kind of feel like they like Kiloton was like, yeah man, we lost the license anyway, so we need to just, try to save face. We'll just put out, 10 and Generations, and just try to, just try to move it along. And but I do feel like 9 is the one that really did kind of step it up a lot in terms of, weight distribution in the cars, better, just better. It just felt better overall than 8 did. 8's pretty dang good though. I mean, you can still play 8 if you want to, but I would say that Generations is probably the one you should pick, just because of all the tracks and stuff. But I honestly don't feel like you should pass up on 9 and 10 either. I feel like those two are definitely good, but I feel like if you had to only get 2, I would get 9 and Generations. 10, it just loses too many good tracks. I don't think it has this one here that we're driving on right now. It doesn't have Turkey. I don't even think it had the Deutschland. I don't think it had. I don't think it had the Germany, or I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I just don't remember. But I mean, I think 10. I mean, you get like Japan, and you get I don't know. There's some, but it's still like this one here. Just kind of feels like it's got the better force feedback, so it definitely wins. Like I said, just on the technicality of it all. But I've been playing these now since. I mean, I guess you can essentially say since 6. I did play 6, but and ultimately took that one back to GameStop. I did buy 7. I think I still have 7 digitally. I just didn't really get into that one. Felt more like V Rally 4 than actual like any of like the 8. 8 is where they started getting a lot better and started getting more fun to play. Now I do love these tracks. I like the layout. I like how technical this whole freaking experience has been with WRC from Kiloton. These guys, you can tell they really care. Like, you can tell they definitely care, and they put a lot of heart and a lot of love into building these new tracks out and building this game out to where it looks good and it's fun. Like the rally is intense. It's definitely intense on here, and it's always good to have something, you know, other than just dirt rally, because dirt rally is clearly whatchamacallit is clearly they clearly set set the bar pretty high with that. But WRC, man, these games here are also pretty intense too. They definitely are a little more forgiving in terms of like car destruction and stuff, and your tires and stuff like that. But these tracks are pretty technical. They're a lot longer. They have much longer tracks in WRC. That's probably the main thing that I love about them, is these tracks are long and they are fun. And I don't usually mess around with the short versions of any of these. I usually either reverse or forward on these tracks through the long tracks. I love playing it that way. That is my preferred way to get down on these, is to just to really have some fun. And this one here, I like to do I like to do this one backwards, because you can get all this fast stuff done, like these faster areas, and then you get into like the really technical up in the rocks and stuff, and it gets fun because you're climbing. You're doing like an uphill climb when you do reverse, as opposed to going downhill. Either way you play this track, this is pretty dang fun. I really like this one. It's I can't hear the calls, so it's something that I'm kind of doing out of memory. But my gosh, man, like since I started playing these, they quickly became like my most played game, because they were coming out every single year. And Dirt Rally 2.0 has been out since the beginning of 2019, I believe it was. I believe that one came out in 2019. And I've been playing that one ever since it came out as well. I love getting in that one and just playing for a little while and then like really having fun. And then you just get in there, and it holds up so well on the PC, on the consoles. That game just holds up incredibly well for its age. And like these ones here, they pretty much look the same. This one here is probably the better looking one now. 9 looks pretty dang good too. 9 had a pretty good coat of paint on that one, so I do like 9, but Generations just has the better freaking overall force feedback. If you're playing with a wheel, it just has the track selection, man. Like all of the rallies that have been in the series, except for a couple. You don't get like a couple of rallies, which is understandable, I mean, it's the last one they were putting out. The more content they put in, the more time they got to spend patching things up and getting things ready. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Once I set this car into the Power Band 1, things have gotten a lot better. Oh no, don't flip out on me now, car. Come on, dude. Oh yeah, if you mess up, you're toast on this. Yeah, this section right here is like the tougher section, but it's fun. Like, I like the way this looks. This is a great looking game. It's not gonna. I don't think these ones are gonna hold up for very long, especially once we start seeing what next gen visuals are gonna actually look like when it comes to racing games. But I feel like these will still be fun to play. Definitely worth owning, having in your collection. But honestly, if you are strapped and you don't want to have to fiddle around with too many of them, 9 and Generations are the best. They are the best ones for you to pick up. 9 has got a pretty good standalone setup all by itself, and then Generations has like some of the best tracks. You also get the older cars, man. You can run around in Collins Subaru, which is great. You can play around in that. There's that Mitsubishi. You've got some other classic cars, you know, like the Audis and stuff like that, which is always fun to play around with. But these new WRC cars, I don't know how I feel about them just yet. I have a love-hate relationship with these things, man, with the throttle and everything like that. It's almost like you got to have them on 100% all out. and that kind of screws with the way you drive and you work with your throttle control and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, like it's not that bad. But I mean, these courses here, they can get very frustrating too if you're not paying attention. Like seriously, right when you wreck is like it's almost all over, because like the rest of your lap is probably just going to be bad. But these have taught me a lot, though, man. These have definitely given me a lot of put a lot of hours into these WRC games. I usually play them for a long time, at least till the next one comes out. But I still go back to them. I still go back to 9 pretty often. I still go back to 10 pretty often and just play around with them, just because I like to play with them. Like I don't think I could live without the other ones, because I like the way the old WRC cars were compared to these. But it's yeah, like it's definitely one of those things where it's not, I mean, it is kind of a hard choice, but it is kind of a hard choice to decide which one you're going to get and which one you're not going to get. But the customizability of these games, even on the consoles, is pretty nice. I do like that. 9, you do get 120 FPS support, as well as 10 on console, but you do not get that on Generations, which is kind of weird. So that's something to think about too. But yeah, man, these are great, and there is your Argentina run, man. So yes, I do recommend WRC Generations, and I do recommend WRC 9 as the 2 best WRC games, and looking forward to Codemaster's next one. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.